What is our first main topic today?
This comes to us from Mr. Mister. Hey, John and team. Greetings from Australia. Good day, Mr. Mister. Very little is known about the upcoming Blade film, and I actually got to the point where I was wondering if it was still going to be made. I don't know if this is much, but Aaron Pierre has now joined the movie, but his role is currently unknown. What are your thoughts on this, and how do you feel about where the Blade movie is currently standing? Thanks, and bring on the filthy.
All right, thanks a lot for sending that in, Mr. Mister. And look, I mean, Blade is kind of like becoming the new Black Adam, where 17 years ago, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson stood on a stage and announced to the world, I'm going to be Black Adam. Then we waited and we waited and we waited and waited. And then finally something came out. Like now it's coming. We got the official news. I think it actually went into production and things started to come out, which was great. It was not as long ago, but it was years ago now that Kevin Feige was on the stage and pulled a little bit of an Apple keynote and said, there's one more thing. And they bring out two-time Academy Award winner Mahershala Ali, and he was going to be Blade. And everybody went bonkers. You got a two-time Academy. Aaron was mentioning earlier, they bring in some great unknown talent, but they also bring in the big heavyweight known talent. And they got Mahershala Ali to come out and announce he was going to be Blade, which was incredible. And then silence. Nothing. And after a year and a half, people started wondering, look, is this thing still happening? Then we started to hear some things about, oh, a new writer has come on to clean up something, or this happened and that happened. So we started to hear that there was still a pulse. And then the most major sign of life came with the Eternals. When at the end post-credit scene in Eternals, you've got Jon Snow in there opening up the sword, and then you hear the voice off screen, which they then later did confirm was Mahershala Ali as Blade talking to the Black Knight. So there, okay, so it's alive. But even since then, we've heard nothing. Well, we have heard nothing no longer, as just like with Kraven the Hunter, we now have got some official casting news. This comes to us from the folks at Deadline who write the following. Krypton alum Aaron Pierre is set to co-star opposite Mahershala Ali in Marvel's new Blade picture, starring Ali as the iconic vampire hunter. It is unknown who Pierre will be playing in the film. Marvel had no comment. Delroy Lindo, which is also awesome, is also on board with the Bassam Tariq set to direct. Stacy Osei-Kuffour penning the script with Marvel Studios president Kevin Feige producing. While it is unknown who Pierre will be playing, the role itself was one of the more highly coveted parts in Hollywood. Disney already is high on Pierre, tapping him to voice the role of Mufasa in the upcoming Lion King prequel directed by Barry Jenkins. On top of that, Pierre already had a busy year with key roles in M. Night Shyamalan's Old and Jenkins' Amazon event series, The Underground Railroad. And that again comes to us from Deadline. I saw him in Old. I am most familiar with him in Krypton. Krypton was a nice little show, actually.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't great. It wasn't must-see TV. But what could have been a really bad off-the-rails show actually turned out to be kind of okay. And
Underground Railroad's really good, too.
Underground Railroad, he's also got a lot of attention for. And so now we've got word he's playing this. Now, our operating theory, although there's a lot of different ideas out there, is that Delroy Lindo is going to be playing Whistler. And he may or may not. That's just the theory that's out there. I personally love the idea of Delroy Lindo as Whistler. That could be awesome. But the most important thing here is just that there's life in this project. It's moving forward. I still don't know a lot about when or where. I still kind of wish we knew more at this point. But anyway, Rob, you hear about the casting in this Blade. What do you think about the casting of Pierre to be in it? Do you have any theories who he might be playing? And where's your excitement level right now for Blade as a whole?
I honestly have no idea who he's going to be playing, and I wouldn't care to speculate because I have no idea what direction they're going to take. Which, like, iteration of Blade is this going to be? I don't know. It was interesting that they chose to introduce Blade in Eternals and go along those lines because there's a really, if you're going to look at the Black Knight and that cursed Blade, there's a lot. They could go into the Marvel Knights, or they could, you could see their supernatural characters team up. Moon Knight could be involved. I can't wait.
Dude, I'll tell you what, I was sitting beside, because I believe you came with me to your first viewing of Eternals. I think I took you to a screening, right?
Yes, you did.
And I remember we were sitting through the credits, and you were kind of saying before the credit came, you said, I think we're going to see Black Knight. I think we're going to see Black Knight. And then the scene happened.
The
You're
sword.
like, did Blade just talk to Black Knight? And I said, I think
Dude,
it was.
Yeah. So I love Blade. I love the character Blade. You know, Tomb of Dracula. I all that stuff. I love it all. So, but I don't. And the casting, first of all, Delroy Lindo, dude, I could listen to that guy read the phone book. I love Delroy Lindo. I mean, you know, I was watching.
He carried the Five Bloods. He was so good in that.
I was watching
to get an Academy Award nomination.
Yeah, I know. I was watching The Devil's Advocate, which is a much better movie than people give it credit for. The movie's awesome. Al
Wait,
Pacino,
is Delroy Lindo in that?
He is. He's in that. He's like
I don't remember him in it either.
He's like they're defending him. He's like he's like he practices Santeria or something, and they're defending him so he can practice his own religion. And Al Pacino gives Keanu Reeves that case.
I had no idea.
Yeah. He's Delroy Lindo just classes up the joint.
Yeah.
I'd put him in everything. But so I don't know, and I'm here for this. I can't wait to see it. It's about time because Marvel is going to be butting up now with, I think, Multiverse of Madness. We already have seen the Darkhold and WandaVision, you know, and they've got Agatha Harkness. So the supernatural is about to burst through the Marvel universe in a big way, and Blade is going to lead the way. And I mean, they've already done it with a number of different things. So anyway, I'm happy about this casting. Think it's going to be great. Bring it on.
Aaron, you're hearing about Aaron Pierre joining now the film. We're seeing some movement happening on Blade. Obviously, he's going to be working with Mahershala Ali in this. What are your thoughts?
Well, I remember I was actually on the show back in the old studio when we talked about Mahershala Ali. That's how long ago that was.
Gosh.
We were in the old studio.
I didn't even remember that.
Yeah. And I mean, first of all, Mahershala Ali, he is on his way to GOAT status. Really everything that he touches is it turns to gold, not necessarily financially in the box office, but instantaneously gains respect. He is such a beautiful actor to watch. And as far as Aaron Pierre, oh my gosh, his voice, if you're not familiar with his work, just like go to YouTube and listen to one of his interviews and you will see instantaneously why he is going to be taking on the role of Mufasa. Those are not easy shoes to fill, but I have the utmost confidence in him. And so I'm really excited to see what he's going to do in this. As far as the film itself, there's some powerful people coming on board this that have strong talent behind them. I mean, just the writer, Stacey Osei-Kuffour. I'm not sure how to pronounce her name. I apologize. You know, she worked on The Watchmen. She worked on The Morning Show. Started on Pen 15. Is it Pen 15 or Penis?
It's Penis.
It's Penis. That's what I always thought, but I think it's supposed to be Pen 15. But you know, she has a really strong writing background as well. So I think that as more people continue to get added to this cast, to this project, it's just talent. And so I'm not afraid of a little quiet time about a movie's information. I don't need to hear every single. Give me the behind the scenes in the special features DVD. Don't give me the behind the scenes leading up to it. I like to be surprised. And so I'm okay with them keeping things under wraps and us kind of forgetting about the movie, because then when it's time to market it, they're going to give us a big push. I don't like talking about a movie for 3 years before we finally see it.
Agreed.
I'll tell you what, I am as boringly vanilla heterosexual as they come. Pierre's a handsome man.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That's
a good looking person right there. It's a good looking human.
He's looking into my soul right now. I feel I don't know, I'm feeling something. It's like
he's like, John, did you fart? That's what it's.
That is definitely not what I'm getting.
He's either looking into your soul or he's wondering if you just farted. Yes, it's one of the two. Anyway, guys, question is for you. What do you think about this? We finally got some movement here, some official movement going on Blade. Do you like the addition? Do you like the casting? Who do you think he might be playing? Whatever you guys are thinking, jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts.